Hey, hi, and hello. Long time no see. I feel like I've been MIA since 2021, honestly. So, we're back. I've had a lot going on. I've traveled. I've done the most, but I'm so excited to be back and filming another video. Today, it's 50 degrees in Kentucky. Midwesterners are probably tanning as we speak. I'm joking. That's an exaggeration. But it is a little warmer outside and I'm so very excited about spring. I am tired of this dreary weather. So today we're going to be doing a wearable spring look with a pop of color. I'm not sure if I want to do like an inner corner, but I got a really pretty MAC shadow from my New York trip, which I do have a New York vlog coming this week, I believe. I'm not sure if I want to put it on the inside of my eye or do that little like trendy thing that everyone's doing, like with the little shadow in the crease up here. I think that's a moment, but it could be for another video because we want it to be wearable. We want it to be like, oh my gosh, she's spring. She's done something with her makeup. We love that. My nails, we will not be speaking about them. Will not. You're fired if you do. Since the last time I did a video, where was I? I don't think I went to New York. I don't think I got my puppy. I think I definitely told you guys about my puppy. She's here. This is Daisy. She's a long coat Dalmatian. She's really mad at me right now. She did not want to be woken up, but she's the sweetest little girl ever. The easiest little puppy. We love her. Okay, she's sleepy. I'm gonna go put her down. Then we have to discuss our New York trip. Let me tell you something. I have a vlog again. I think I already said that. I have a vlog coming about the New York trip, and it was a fight for our life the entire time. It was only a 4-day trip. And it was a lot. It was a lot. It snowed the last day. It was actually really pretty weather. The first few days, it was like 50 degrees. So it wasn't that bad, but we were two city girls and we were doing the most, trying to do the most, making the time in New York, do the most things. And we got lost several times on the subway. That was not fun. One time, it was actually really scary. This angel guy sitting across from us. I think Katie and I actually talked about it in our little vlog that we did, but this guy talked to this crazy man who sat right next to us. Like, the guy across from us could tell we were visibly scared about this other guy sitting next to us. So this little angel guy talked to him the entire ride from where we were, which was like a 20-minute ride, just so he wouldn't have to talk to us because he could tell we were scared. I've been so tired and so lethargic. It took a while for me to literally get back to my normal routine. And I've never in my life been jet lagged. Using my one size, you know, she's been through it. We have a backup. We love her. A lot of people aren't a fan of a silicone primer, but I love it. I feel like my makeup sits so pretty. And I've said this in a video before, but I feel like my one size primer makes any foundation sit so pretty. Should I just do a little recap? I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna ruin the New York City vlog. I can talk about after, I guess, like going home because we didn't vlog on our way back home. Let's just say the Lord was testing us, throwing us every single curveball, punches to the face, left and right, while we were in New York. But on our way home, first of all, our plane gets late. I usually fly Southwest, and they're usually really good about their flights being on time. I've never had a delayed flight with Southwest until literally this trip. And I'm not good at flying whatsoever. I hear an announcement on my way to the bathroom, like we're 20 minutes away from takeoff. Get up at 3:45 in the morning. Oh gosh, our Uber driver to the airport from the hotel. Hold on, let me finish the story. The plane got delayed, and then I come back and Katie's standing in line to get on the plane because I was like, well, I thought we had like 15 minutes. Like, I would not have used the bathroom if I knew we were boarding. And we're two anxious girls. We don't fly alone, so literally we were clinging to each other. And she's like, I don't know, they just said boarding something something. And so I'm looking around, and the people that we were sitting next to, they're no longer around. And I'm like, this is weird. So I'm like, well, we got to get on the plane anyway. So we get up and we're like standing around and we're like, is this our plane? Is this our plane? And then we hear, this is to Chicago, plane number, blah, blah, blah. And it was our plane number on our ticket. So we're like, okay. We didn't know we were going to Chicago. So we're sitting around and we're like asking people, and they literally don't even blink an eye towards us. The person next to us finally turned to us and was like, oh, well, we're going to Chicago. So we were like, oh, okay. So is the plane merging like passengers or whatever? Because the flight like to New York was so empty. There was so much room on the flight. So we just thought, okay, like maybe they just have to have another stop in Nashville. So we about get on this plane, and then when this lady's finally like, no, this is only going to Chicago. And we're like, perfect. So we get out of the line that we thought we should be in, and then we sit down for another 2 hours, and I already took my medicine. So I am literally full-blown medicated, and I'm asleep in an airport ground under the chairs. It got me down. It got me because I usually time out when I need to take my medicine, and I was unaware that it was a last minute change because I was again in the bathroom. Here I am fully medicated, laying down at LaGuardia, and it was a lot. Nevertheless, we did end up getting to where we needed to go. My medicine did wear off mid-flight. I was a little bit freaking out, but just went to sleep. And I was telling Katie after we were on the ground, because I didn't want to freak Katie out because Katie doesn't fly that much. I turned to her when we were on the ground, and I was like, that was a bad flight for me. It was a little bumpy. And she was like, oh, really? I didn't even notice. I was like, girl, I started praying to let me go to sleep and just sleep through the rest of this plane ride. And she said, well, I didn't know we were supposed to be praying. I was like, girl, I was praying the whole time. And then it gets better. And when I say better, I mean it gets worse. I'm using Charlotte Tilbury No. 3 for foundation. I feel like I want to go a little heavier on my foundation today because I have a live sailing video for my business. Side note, would love to have you on a live video. I'm going to leave a link for that below. We have an app, and that's usually where we go live. But yeah, would love to have you on that. The drive from Nashville to where we live is about 2.5 hours. So not that bad, but still a drive. And especially after you've been on a plane for another 2 hours, you just want to get home. So we are literally talking up a storm. And if you know me and Katie, if you've ever watched us together, we know we are the same exact person. So with that being said, having someone who literally acts just like you are not safe. You are not safe when it comes to attention span or paying attention to direction. So we're driving and we realize, oh, we need gas. So we pull over to the nearest gas station. And I'm like, dang, we've been driving for a long time. And the way I started my car back up, I looked at my Google Maps, 2 hours and 45 more minutes left. And then we've been driving for 2 hours and we're like, we should have been home. This was the time we were supposed to be home. Turns out Miss Fawn and I were yapping each other's heads off so much, we missed an hour worth of exits. So we've been on the interstate just driving an hour past our exit. So here we are. We were in Nashville, that is below, and we live on like the Tennessee-Kentucky border. So taking my Nude Sticks Bondi Bay, I'm literally almost out of this. I need to repurchase. I do love her. We realize we are not where we're supposed to be. Look down, we are in northern Kentucky. I'm talking Indiana, Kentucky state line. That's how far we drove away from our exit. The way we sat there like this the entire ride home. My hands were on the wheel. She was sitting like this. We were so mad. We were torn. We were put through the ringer. We were worn. And we thought we were going to get home at 1 o'clock, but we in fact got home at 4:45. We were not happy girls, but if that was going to happen to anyone, it would in fact happen to us. But I will say the trip was really fun. I really enjoyed it. We always have the best time. Don't know why we're the most impulsive girls on the face of the earth, but whenever we suggest a trip, it's done. Literally booked the next day. It's so much fun traveling with someone who is literally to your speed, because there's nothing worse than being on a trip with someone who is a go, go, go type person, which I can do that. But whenever you just hit a wall, that's when you're like, just don't talk to me. I just need 2 minutes to myself. I feel like we are both to the rhythm of we need to chill out, or we need a coffee, or we need sugar. I am taking my Pinkgasm by Charlotte Tilbury. I need to reorder another one of these because I did see they were back in stock. But I want a springy and bright feel to this makeup look. So I almost want to go for a sun-kissed look as well. And ever since I did the Madison Beer inspired makeup tutorial, or followed along her makeup tutorial, I've really been loving putting blush at the tip of my nose. I feel like it brings so much color and life to a makeup look. So like whenever you're looking dead onto someone, it's not just like blank right down the middle, and then when you turn it's like, oh, she has makeup on. And I really like to do this before I do concealer too, because I've been loving the lifted concealer effect. So I do this after I put on my blush, and it really carves out and lifts my eye. Then I'm taking my Rose Inc 020 concealer. The only thing I have to complain about this concealer, one, it does not crease, and I have creasy eyes. Ew, I hate that. Why did that just come out of my mouth? Anyway, the packaging is so messy, and I feel like I take good care of my makeup, but it's literally all over the place, and I had to wipe this off before I used it. But I will say I will be repurchasing because I do really like this concealer. This upcoming spring, I don't think I have any trips planned, but to be honest, after that New York trip, I'm ready to chill out for 2 seconds. I'm so excited. If you don't know this about me, I own a boutique. And I'm so excited to see all of the spring trends. That's probably one of my favorite things about owning a boutique, is seeing all the upcoming trends and going to market. We decided to go to a market that's closer to us this spring. It's the same show that we usually go to in Vegas, but it's coming to Nashville. So we've decided to just do that this year for spring and summer. I'm so excited to see the new trends, what's still staying. I will say I am here for the classic 90s moment. I love that look. I feel like everyone can pull that off, and it's so seamless and so pretty on everyone. Then I'm taking my Givenchy setting powder. This is literally life-changing, and if you don't have it, you need it. You absolutely need it. And I'm taking my Morphe M438. This was a Jaclyn Hill favorites brush, and I'm just gonna press this under my eye. It's just a little tapered brush. It fits so perfectly under your eye. The way this makes you look absolutely airbrush. After I tap in my under eyes, I lightly set the rest of my face. I feel like I get a lot of questions about how I get my makeup so glowy, and I feel like this has a lot to do with it. I don't really set that much around my face. I used to, but lately I've been loving a little glowy moment. Also, I'm using the lightest shade in the Givenchy powder. I wish I would have gotten the next shade up because I feel like this is a little white on me, but I'm not complaining for the winter months. Lately, on top of my setting powder, I've been loving the MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus, and this is C20. And I literally just put this, but I just put it under my eye, and then I sometimes go over the side too if my contour is a little too much. And I set that again. The way this brightens up my eye is unreal, and I'm absolutely obsessed. Okay, going in with nose contour. This is my JH10 contour brush, and if you know me, I live, breathe, and die by this brush. This is the key to such an easy nose contour, and I feel like a lot of people have a problem with nose contour. This is literally the easiest way. It's an angled brush, and you literally just stamp it down on your nose, and then you blend it up towards your eyebrow and out, but not too far down. You get it. So I take my Nudegasm face palette in 3 and just stamp it on. I usually look straight forward when I do this and just stamp it down. And then I get a line like that, and then I do the other side and stamp that down. And then depending on your personal preference, you can make these lines closer or more far away, however your heart desires. And then I turn the brush to the side, and then I just start blending this up towards my eyebrow. And then going back in with my MAC Studio powder and cleaning up the sides. And then that's the nose contour. We love her. And now I'm bronzing up my face with the Nudegasm palette still, and I'm still going to take shade 3 just because I feel like I'm a little pale. Number 4 shade I think will be a little too dark for my liking. Oh, there goes a lash extension. Speaking of lash extensions, I've been contemplating getting rid of mine. I do love the fact that it allows my schedule to be more flexible in the morning, mostly because I do a full face of makeup literally every day. I love makeup. It's so much fun. I do miss having the option of changing my lashes out and having like a more lighter lash or a fuller lash or a going out lash. I've had lashes off, I want to say maybe 3 times now. The first one was because of an allergic reaction. My eyes literally swelled. I'm allergic to adhesive. I've known this since I was a child. I've never been able to put stickers on my skin or like the adhesive, like washable fake tattoos. And my eyes swelled up, so I still haven't fully outgrown that. Now band-aids don't really bother me that much, but they can still leave a welt on my skin. The second time I got my lashes off, it was COVID. We tried a sensitive glue with my skin, and My lashes just didn't stay, and bless my lash tech's heart, literally so accommodating. It was a time for her and I felt bad for her too. And then finally I was sent someone who is allergic to lash extensions who also cannot live without them, her little remedy on how like she doesn't get her lashes or her eyes swelled up every time. And I've been doing that ever since, and I will say I haven't had an allergic reaction since. I can share that, by the way, if you guys are interested. I haven't had an allergic reaction, but I do love my lashes. But then again, whenever I get them off, I already know I'm gonna be like, oh, I want my lash extensions back. And I keep telling myself I cannot do that. Okay, then I'm going in with my Pillow Talk Cheek to Chic in shade Intense. Wow, that was a tongue twister. And I'm just gonna go ahead and tap that in. I really try to focus around the middle of this little thing just because it's lighter and I am on the light side. And I'm using my Makeup by Ariel A22 Morphe collab, and I just hit that on the outer parts of my cheek. And this is the prettiest blush shade ever. I feel like it suits really light skin so well. If you haven't heard about this blush brush, it is literally everything and more. So pretty. It really helps fight against a heavy hand on blush, and I feel like there is a lot of heavy hands on blush. No shade, but if that's your journey, that's your journey. Personally, not my journey. So I like that this is really light on the skin and does not pick up a ton of product, just the perfect amount. Next, I'm going to do my brows, and I always do this off camera because this takes me a minute and a half. So long. If you watched my video, I think it was 2 videos ago, maybe I'm lying. I was seeing that NYX had a dupe for the Anastasia brow pen, and I will say I love the NYX brow pen more. Is this even called the brow pen? Brow tint pen more than the Anastasia pen, because this is a thinner tip, and also it hasn't ran out. I know whenever I did try this out on camera, I was like, my only concern is, will it run out fast? Because my Anastasia one does not. It does not dry whatsoever, so we appreciate that. We do appreciate a cheaper price as well. So, gonna go off camera and do my brows real quick. Okay, I usually go back in and touch up my brows and carve them out, but I did not bring that brush. Currently not in hand, so we will not be doing that. 10 out of 10, get the NYX brow tint pen, life-changing. Amazing. Now moving on to our eye look. So again, I told you guys I had some purple shadows. I got these on my New York trip. I got 2 different shadows, and the lady in Times Square Mac store was so freaking nice, but she was like, listen, 2 shades are literally $3 more. And I said, charge the card, absolutely. So I ended up getting 2 purple shades. One, it reminds me of a NARS shadow I had a few years ago. It was in a limited edition NARS palette, and it was literally life-changing. I wore nothing else but that. And then I saw this, and I was like, I don't have a color like this at all. We swatched it, and I was like, we need her. And I feel like I want to go towards this color because it's a lighter shade. It's a lighter purple. But do I want to do this all over my lid? I just looked at that like this had a mirror in it. Anyway. Okay, yes. I told myself I need more color, so we're gonna do a pink shadow look today. I want some dimension in this pink look, so I'm going to go in with the Makeup by Marielle. Not Makeup by Marielle. By Mario Matte 4. So it's a really light transition shade. It's the very last one at the top row. And then I'm also putting this transition shade under my lash line. I don't think the pink shadow will look okay under my eye. I feel like it would make me look sick. I feel like there is a fine line between that, but we still want some dimension underneath the eye. So taking that same shade under my lash line. What even is this shade called? I don't even know what shade the lighter purple is, but we will try to find it. I'll link it below. I'm not finding it, but really pretty light purple. I'm gonna go in with a Morphe X Ariel A29 brush, and I'm going to pack this onto my eyelid. I forgot how pretty this was. It has some blue reflex now that I'm seeing it in the light again. She's so cute. I'm gonna go in and diffuse that after I pack this on. But this is so pretty and such a spring look. We love that. Okay, going in with the transition shade that I used at first, and I'm going to be diffusing that. Oh my gosh, I love this. This is such a spring look. I was going to go in with a liner look, but I feel like the liner might make it a little less airy and fresh and spring looking. So that's the look I want. So I think it'll defeat the purpose. I I think we're gonna leave it at that for the eye look. Inner corner highlight. This is something I also picked up in New York. This is Bobbi Brown Luxe Eyeshadow Rich Sparkle in shade Moonstone. Literally about to change your life because this is the prettiest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And I use this as like an inner corner highlight, a brow bone highlight. Sometimes I put it on my cheek if I'm feeling that extra. Let me swatch it for you. Literally so freaking pretty. I could literally pass away. Going in with a A18 brush by Morphe, and I am going to just pack this into my inner corner. Yeah, that's exactly what she was missing. The way I'm living, like, look at the difference. This eye is highlighted. A moment. Okay, and then I'm gonna put some on the tip of my nose. Daisy. I keep forgetting Daisy is in here, and I'm like, what the heck is that? She's having some puppy dog dreams. Like, look at that for the nose. We're dead. We're diseased. We've passed away. We're in our grave. Insane. Okay, doing that on my brows because why not? The brow. We could die. Living for this. Okay, Obsessed. Back whenever I first started watching Carly Bible, she started highlighting the Cupid's bow and then these little two lines. And I've been doing that with this lately, and not a ton, not like as heavy as I did with my inner corner, but I think that's a cute little touch to it. Okay, then I'm taking my finger, and lately I've been loving using my finger rather than a brush for highlight and just tapping that on the, almost like underneath my eye, not too far out because I don't want it like, oh my gosh, she's wearing highlight, Miss Ma'am. You know, just like a glow, a healthy glow. Okay, and then before mascara, I literally said I was gonna do mascara 10 million years ago. We're gonna do setting spray, and I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I've been sleeping on this. I literally have. She's amazing. I love it. I will say 10 out of 10. I swore by my One Size setting spray, but let me tell you, it gassed me out. I could not breathe for at least 2 minutes minimum. This is an Anastasia sample mascara, so that's the best we're doing today. For lips, I think I just want to do a glossy moment, but I still want to line my lips. So let me see what lip liners I have. Okay, I lied. I want to do a nude lip, and then I'm going to put a lip topper on top of that. So going in with Nude Truffle by NYX, and I'm just going to line my lips. Okay, going in with Nude Cape by Charlotte Tilbury, and let me tell you, I was nervous whenever I got my makeup done by Charlotte Tilbury, which, by the way, I filmed that. I'm going to be posting that too. Whenever this was pulled out, and I was like, baby girl, this is the same as my skin tone. It is so pretty, and I was telling the lady doing my makeup, I was like, I would have never reached for this, but this is such a pretty nude on me. And I want to say she paired it with Iconic Nude. Okay, and then on top of it, I'm going to be using shade Honey by Fawn Beauty. And this is such a pretty shade too, just to top over any lip combo. And whenever I think of warmer weather, I think of a juicy, pretty lip. So that is exactly what we're doing. I feel like I've talked your guys' heads off this entire video, but we are done. Cannot wait for the next video. Absolutely love being here. I love that you're here as well. Hit that subscribe button if you're new, and I appreciate you watching my video. The world's a little crazy right now, but I do encourage you guys to find something happy, find something good out of your day, and stick with that. Go with the rest of your week with that, and find encouragement with that. I'll catch you guys on the next video.